Okay, welcome to the second ever meditation for Inventive Wellness. And the first thing I'll invite you to do is just allow your body to breathe in the way that feels most naturally pleasant. Throughout this meditation, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. Just a continual practice of tuning into what feels okay. With a reminder that nothing about you needs to be any different. And another reminder that all of the instructions I offer are invitations. And so if something doesn't feel good, don't do it. You get to be the ultimate judge of what feels like healthy challenge and growth versus what feels like painful, uncomfortable, not supportive of your growth. That's discernment. And finally, the third reminder for this meditation is that there's no such thing as a distraction. Meet everything that arises, sounds, thoughts, emotions, just with direct awareness. No need to make anything different. Just noticing those things and continuing to attune to moment what feels most naturally pleasant for body and spirit. Continuing to breathe, allowing life force to breathe your body in the way that feels most pleasant. And on the next inhale, I'll just invite you to connect with the sense of the earth beneath you. Feeling it there, supporting you as it always is. Next, connecting with the space around you. Then connecting with the sense of the sky above you. With each place and aspect of our experience we connect to, just connecting in the way that feels most pleasant. I've already said that a bunch of times. But truly, this is an act of just enjoying the fundamental aliveness that is already here, not needing to make anything different about you, not needing to make any different about the world you're in connection with. Just enjoying the fundamental of liveness that you're always in connection with. Coming from the broader space and coming to a sense of your personal space, the space around you that feels like yours, your personal bubble. And really taking a moment here to be in pleasant connection with your personal space. And then we'll practice coming to our senses. First, with your sense of sight, and just coming into pleasant connection with your sense of sight, allowing your eyes to do whatever it is that they want to do, whether they want to rest or wander or fixate. It's not so much about seeking anything with your eyes, noticing what's in your visual field, really just being in pleasant connection with the life force that brings your sense of sight to life. Being in pleasant connection with that which is the source of your sense of sight. And then coming to your sense of touch, coming into pleasant connection with the source of your sense of touch, and just enjoying the aliveness there. You could engage in self-touch, just enjoy the air or clothes, blanket, whatever against your skin. Again, not here to grasp for any particular sensations. Really just attuning to non-addictive pleasure. The pleasure that's already here and available without effort. It's nice, isn't it? Hmm. Continuing to breathe, allowing your body to breathe in the way that feels most pleasant. You're welcoming any stretching, shaking it out, bodily adjustments. With a reminder that movement is welcome throughout meditation. We're not here for a strict discipline, but a friendly one. One that allows for vibrant aliveness and attunement to how body and spirit want and need to be moment to moment. So if stillness feels good, welcome stillness. And if you want to fidget or rock or stretch, those things are always welcome. Also also welcoming any sounds your body wants to make. Sighs, yawns, burps, farts, groans, letting your body be a body. Oh. And I really want to give you full permission to not have to cut your yawns short. Allow your groans to be as gnarly as they want to be. Allowing the ways your body wants to regulate itself through sound to come naturally. Oh. remembering your breath, allowing your body to be breathed by your life force in a way that feels most pleasant. And we'll invite a little bit of deeper breathing. So on your next inhale, you can breathe into the back of your lungs, allowing your upper back to expand as you inhale. And then on the next inhale, you can add in your lower back. And then finally, you can add in your belly. Really allowing your belly to be soft as you breathe. Breathing with your whole torso. When we're stressed and activated, we tend to just breathe with our chest and our neck. So including your whole torso can help to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is activated when you're at rest. From here, we'll move into embodied self-compassion. And by embodied self-compassion, I simply mean holding yourself with a sense of care. The sense of care that treats oneself as if you don't need to be any different. And the act of doing so is simple. And so first, we'll come back to that sense of our personal space, space around you that belongs to you. If that's a little too abstract, you can just come to a sense of the outer limits of your physical body, where your body ends and the outside world begins. And once you're connected with the space around your body or the outer limit of your body, just practice holding the space around you with a sense of care. It could be that just bringing this attention there feels good enough. Or you could connect with a sense of warmth, a sense of light, a sense of a cool breeze, a sense of being held. Oh. Whatever it is that helps your nervous system to feel better, feel okay, feel nice. Not straining to make anything different, but just to provide the just right sense of holding. Perhaps over time you'll discover that it requires less and less effort to the point that just being in connection with your body is enough. Next, we'll begin practicing with some of our emotional centers, particularly our head, our heart, and our belly. And so next, coming to your head space, your brain space, I'll invite you to just practice holding the space around your brain with a sense of care. Whether it's more warm or cool, firm or soft, tight or loose, just offering your brain whatever felt sense it could use at this moment. We can get so caught up in our thinking, our planning, we forget that our brain is a physiological body part. And that we can just meet whatever's arising in each place with gentle, direct attention. And you can continue to hold the space around your brain with care, Or if it feels good to do so, you can invite that sense of care to fill up the space of your brain, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. If you run into any difficult things, little hooks or barriers or achy parts, you can just hold those things themselves with a sense of care, not needing to make them different. Of course, if you're in acute pain and something needs to shift, then go ahead and shift. But generally, when it comes to emotional, spiritual difficulties, providing care, holding them with compassion is enough to work with them skillfully over time, to get to know them in a way that becomes friendly and helpful. And then you can allow that sense of care to flow up to the top of your head, your crown, and also down to your throat. Oh. Next, coming to your heart, practicing holding your heart center with a sense of care. Place a hand on your heart if it feels good. And just offering your heart whatever the just right sense of care is. Not needing to be anything to be any different. And trusting that there's no right way. Remembering that all of this is practice. You're getting to know your own capacity to be self-compassionate, really learning your own forms of magic, your own internal language, what helps you to be friendly with all the things that arise in your being. And you can continue holding the space around your heart, or if it feels good, invite that sense of care to fill up the space of your heart, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. Allowing your whole heart to be held just right. And then you can allow that sense of care to flow up to your throat and down to your solar plexus or diaphragm. Coming next to your belly space, practicing holding your belly with a sense of care. Place one or both hands on your belly if it feels supportive. I'm currently giving my belly a nice hug. And again, like we've already done, offering your belly the just right sense of care. The just right sense of you don't need to be any different. Turns out if you get good at holding things with this sense of self compassion, you find the natural pathways to change that come in your life path. That's the sort of paradox of what acceptance is. It's not acquiescence, it's not a frivolous form of letting go. It's directly holding things as they are, being in connection with what is, and learning how to dance. You can continue to hold the space around your belly, or if it feels good to do so, invite that care to fill up that space, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. And then you can invite that sense of care to flow up to your solar plexus diaphragm space and also down to your pelvic floor, your root. Taking a moment to connect your whole spiritual emotional core from the root to the crown, the top of your head. Taking a moment just to enjoy the care that we've cultivated so far. Practicing inviting that care into the rest of your body, holding any places we haven't held already with care throughout your head, neck, and torso, and down through your limbs to your fingers and your toes. Coming back out into your personal space, just enjoying being in connection with your personal space and everything contained within it, including your physical body. And then coming back into connection with the broader space, enjoying your aliveness as best as you can. Enjoying the aliveness that is everything that is, everything you're in connection with. And then we'll take some time for pleasure practice, for enjoying non addictive pleasure, pleasure that's already here. So you can attune to your body or attune to your senses or both. You could choose one physical place that feels particularly good that you want to rest your attention with. Could be the soles of your feet, could be your heart, could be your hair, could be anywhere. You could choose a singular sense to be in connection with. It can be especially helpful if your body is a hard place to be at the moment. Or you could allow your attention to be loose and flow to whatever places feel naturally good to be in connection with. Whichever it is, for the next handful of breaths, practice just attuning to and enjoying whatever pleasure is already here. Not needing to make anything different, not needing to grasp for anything. just enjoying pleasure. And next, we'll practice a little bit of resourcing. And this is a practice of receiving support. To do so, simply connect with the sense of a source of support that could be a loved one, spiritual entity, an ancestor, a pet or animal, a place, an experience, a plant. Something that feels naturally supportive, like it offers you some care and support. And once you're connected with whatever sources of support you've chosen, just for the next handful of breaths, practice receiving. Not needing to strain or grasp for anything, just inviting in whatever support is available in this moment. And we'll wind down the individual meditation first by offering some gratitude to all the beings that have supported and nurtured you to arrive here at this moment. Offering some gratitude to yourself for all your effort that it took to get here. And finally, offering some gratitude for all the beings that we get to love and nurture in this lifetime. Hmm. Just just before meditation, I wrote down a few points of wisdom that I'd like to try to convey. We'll see how they come through. And I really wanted to start with that first reminder that I offer at the beginning of every meditation, the notion that nothing about you needs to be any different. And that notion, that practice of not needing anything to be different, is generally a pretty big difference from how we operate in day-to-day life. It takes pretty serious effort to discover what it truly means to be effortless. I imagine sitting here and practicing, you might notice this, or if you try to sit on your own and really try to practice not needing anything about life to be any different, it's pretty darn hard. And this is the part where I want to clarify and talk about acceptance, like I mentioned some during the meditation. Notions of self acceptance, noticed notions of accepting the world as it is, isn't an act of just, tossing aside um, and treating everything as if it's okay. At a certain level, there's like a fundamental okayness, an ultimate okayness, but that brings us into deep, can bring us into deep grief by coming into connection with what is as opposed to our ideas about how things should be. It's a process of coming out of our stories about the world, our stories about ourselves, and just being in direct connection with what is. I know for me that sets off some alarm bells, some about, the things I want in this life, and some about the things I want to change in this life. And there's fear that if I practice that acceptance, that my care and my passion will collapse. And yeah, maybe I won't be quite as reactive. my emotional roller coasters might not be quite as intense. But truly practicing acceptance doesn't cut you off from the impact of the world. It puts you into direct connection. And you get to practice holding that as compassionately and healthily as you can.